April Fool's mode has quietly turned on them, and none of them realize it yet. They keep queuing up for it, they keep loading in, they keep bringing the same tactics they have used all year, and every single match the mode finds a new way to take something from them before I even have to arrive in the room. The manor is no longer on their side. The objective is no longer on their side. The furniture is no longer on their side. And the only thing I have had to do in the last few matches is arrive at the end of work. The mode has already started for me. The first thing April Fool's mode has done to the survivors is the ciphers. The machines run now. They run from the survivors specifically. A survivor walks up to a cipher, hands out, ready to work, and the machine simply takes off across the manor like it has somewhere more important to be. And the longer they pursue, the larger the machine becomes, the less decoding they are earning in exchange for all that movement. They are doing cardio for a piece of hardware that keeps growing while they chase it. They are watching the objective flee from them in real time, and most of them do not have a response to that yet. Most of them still walk up with the same muscle memory they spent a long time building, and still look surprised when the machine leaves them standing alone in the room. April Fool's mode has rewritten one of the two things a survivor is supposed to do in this game, and they keep walking into the rewrite over and over again, and every wasted second of pursuit is a second the match quietly transfers to me. And the Decor has the better odds every time. They still open them. They still reach in. The objective demands items, and items demand chests, and April Fool's mode has made every single chest hostile. I watch it happen from the hallway. I do not interrupt it. The house is doing work I would have had to do myself, and the survivors are the ones paying for it one reach at a time. And the bodies, their own bodies are refusing to hold a shape inside April Fool's mode. They grow, they shrink, they pulse between forms mid-chase, and every version of them is a different opponent with a different ceiling and a different set of things they can and cannot do. In the small form, one of them slips through a pallet I'd planned to strike them. And the pallet is simply not a wall to them in that moment, and the moment evaporates, and I adjust. In the large form, the pallet stun lasts longer than it should have been, and I absorb the trade because they are closer to me now. But the ones who suffer most inside of all of this are the survivors themselves, because they cannot predict what shape they are going to be in 10 seconds from now, and they cannot build a chase plan around a body that will not stay consistent underneath them. They commit to a vault at a size that no longer supports it. They drop a pallet at a size where the stun is not the stun they were expecting, and they walk into a corner as one silhouette and get cornered as another. April Fool's mode is not cruel to them in a loud way. It is cruel in a quiet way, a continuous way, 1,000 small miscalculations way, and the match is the sum of all of them adding up. And the manor itself is no longer a neutral space in this mode. The fog is threading into rooms that should have been safe. The corridors are holding a silence the survivors did not prepare for. The light is landing at angles that make familiar rotations feel unfamiliar, even to the ones who have played this map 100 times. April Fool's mode has rewritten the house quietly, and the survivors are still pretending they are playing the version they remember. But they are not, but they never will be again for the run of this event. Every match inside of it is a match against a house that is no longer on their team, and they are still treating the house as if it is. And that disconnect is the entire texture of April Fool's mode. And I am taking all of it. Every piece of it. I am not correcting the mode. I am not warning any of them. I am not giving them a single piece of information that April Fool's mode has withheld from them. I am simply moving through a house that has turned hostile to them before I enter the room, watching the ciphers flee, watching the chests bite, watching the bodies shift, watching them commit to plans built for a version of the game that no longer exists, and closing the gap at my own tempo whenever the moment resolves into a strike. My own body shifts too, quietly, a little larger after a hit, a little smaller after a miss, but that is the smaller story tonight. Tonight is about April Fool's mode, and what it is doing to them, match by match, reach by reach, pallet by pallet, generator by generator, and I am only ever the last step of work the mode has mostly already done before I arrive. The hunt is slower in April Fool's mode, more patient, more strange, more deliberate than anything this game used to be. The match does not rush anymore, because the mode is already working on them in every corner of the house, and it does not need me to rush it. There is a quiet pleasure in arriving at the end of work, The house is mostly already finished. April Fool's mode has become a different animal this year. A colder one, a stranger one, a quieter one, a more patient one, and the survivors are still loading into it like nothing has changed. None of them are correct about that. None of this is going to be wasted. Quiet again. The house settles into itself, and they won't.